Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play World of Warcraft Storytime, and again we are in the Western Playlands, and again I need to apologize for not being able to provide an episode on Sunday. It was Orskes night and I was watching the Orskes with my friend. There was a birthday that day, so I was pretty occupied between 3 PM and 6 AM. Which means, no spare time for another episode. Which is why you're getting one today. I'm really so sorry. The whole having my semester's break thing and being able to record more, it didn't quite pay off as I thought it would. So let's see what our friend Kultira has to say. Thessarian and the humans made their move. I thought I had an agreement with Thessarian, but I suppose this will do.
Ashes to ashes.
With the death of the Lich King, all I have left is my duty. There is no family, there are no friends. There is only this. War. The battle started when they attacked us from the rear. I let my guard down, and a group of poorly armed farmers and militiamen swung into our flank from the Withering Haunt. They may be weak, but unchecked. They threaten to overwhelm us with their numbers. Lindsay's pet abominations can handle the melee combat. You take this collar, stay in the rear, and use it to release my ebon gargoyle upon these farmers.
Suffer well.
And I hadn't planned on fighting soldiers and farmers. With these farmers nipping out our flank, you risk losing focus on the task at hand, taking Endorhall. To the west, deep within Alliance-held Endorhall, you will find their commanders. They do not fight, but call out orders from horseback. Hunt down and slay these commanders, Rianko. The humans won't stand a chance.
We are done here. I am forsaken.
While it is true that these farmers threaten to overrun us, we still cannot forget about the Alliance's main forces. Travel west into Underhall and slay the human soldiers that are fighting with our death guards. We need all the help we can get.
Victory for Sylvanas.
That sounds rather nice. I really don't know where I left off with my storytelling, so please do forgive me. I think we left somewhere with the Midi storyline. I think we left where he was. Okay, just I need to remember. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I told you that Khadgar was going to Karazhan on orders of the Council of Dalaran, so he was there to spy on Medivh to hold the last Guardian in check, because the his mother Adrian was kind of a douchebag regarding her powers and instructions and superiors, so of course they wanted someone to keep an eye out for any signs of trouble. And trouble was coming, of course, in form of the Horde, because this was the time when the Horde invaded, and to discuss what happened there we need to go back a little bit again, because prior to Khadgar's arrival, Medivh, he began to devise the portal to Outland in the Swamp of Sorrows. So there he tried to make a connection to Draenor, and he contacted Gul'dan in Gul'dan's sleep and told him, bro, there's a new water for harvesting for your people, so just come by, take a snack and leave again. So those two were conspiring to get the Orcish Horde back to Azeroth, and this is where Khadgar comes in, because Khadgar he arrived at Karazhan and he was greeted by Medivh, but not by the one you might think him to be greeted. He was greeted by a stranger who was atop the front gate of Karazhan. So just remember where Karazhan is, how Karazhan looks. The front entrance has a balcony atop, or yeah, these castle thingies. So there was a stranger calling out to Khadgar, and Khadgar, yeah, they had a little conversation, and that's pretty much it. This was the first one who greeted Khadgar upon his arrival in Karazhan. So, later on he was introduced to Morose, who was the butler of Medivh, as I've already told you, and he was also greeted by the other Medivh. As you may have noticed, there are two Medivhs present here, but they're actually the same person. So, the one Khadgar meets is the present time Medivh. So the one who physically greets him is, yeah, present time Medivh, and the one standing atop the yeah, archway or whatever to Karazhan, that was the at this point future Medivh. So the one yeah, before the beginning of Warcraft 3. That's the Medivh who greeted Khadgar. So, if you want to read up on this, just in case, you need to, okay, how can I do the quest now? You need to, there, so, what now? Okay. Yes, you need to read the book The Last Guardian by Jeff Grubb. It is a kind of good read. I liked it very much. So if you're interested in the story of Medivh, or the Tower of Karazhan, or Khadgar's story, just read the book. It is pretty good, and it kind of covers not everything, but it covers the time spent from Khadgar's arrival at Karazhan to Medivh's death, which is kind of a huge thing. So Medivh died during the story. Just a little bit of a heads up, spoiler, if you didn't knew that already. But let's see what the Royal Apothecary Society has to say to us. Quite well, Rianko. I wish I had your ability and your bravery. Oh, come on. Bravery is just another word for stupid. I don't like being called stupid. Okay. Yeah, decided for the right one. So,
Make it quick.
let's see, Koltira. Merely a dent in their numbers, but the sight of their fellow man falling from the sky surely weakened their resolve.
We will have our revenge.
Well done. With them out of the way, I have no more excuses. Soon, I must battle for Sarian, for honor, and for Enderhall. I was informed that that worthless woman, Lindsay Ravenson, would be here to support me in this battle, but so far she's done nothing but brood within the basement of the great hall behind me. All the better, I suppose. She was a bit of a distraction. Still, I cannot and will not stand for insubordination. Find her and bring her
There's
to me.
work to be done.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we can talk about Medivh and Khadgar in a moment. There's some quests that need turning in.
God all day.
Oh, she looks kind of cool. That Forsaken armor. Yeah, can dig that. You won't be taking me anywhere, Yanko. While Kultira prances about with his playmate Thessarian, I plan to win this battle. Then I'll make Kultira suffer for his weakness. Don't believe me? Fine. I'll let you in on a little secret.
Trust no one.
Okay.
What joy is there in this
You have
curse?
no idea how difficult it was to stay disguised while I watched Kultira let this war slip away from us. Even now, those infernal farmers threaten to overwhelm us, all because he refused to slay a friend. Take my Valkyrie, Yanko. With her by your side, kill these farmers, convert them into Forsaken and mobilize them. Then take a group of them into Alliance-held Western Enderhall and hunt down this Death Knight. Thessarian. We will win this war yet. Okay. No problem, dearie. So we got enthralled Welk here, and I think this time just need to kill them. Really, it's that simple. Tight. So I would like to tell you a little bit more about the story of Medivh, but I think this is kind of cool, and I don't want to waste any story time with this, because I think when we get to Thessarian, here's something to say to us. Just a little thought on. So there are some farmers again, and who's the Volker again? Just an enthralled Volker. She doesn't have a name, sadly. Yeah, come on, Underhall. There's some. Oh, the Alliance has rebolstered the ranks. That's kind of cool. So, let's get to it. We are nearing our destination. There lies Urid. Why does he lie there? This is the body of Lurid, Thessarian's just knight. With Thessarian nowhere to be found, it would seem that the Alliance forces have withdrawn. The Forsaken have won the battle for Enderhall. So we've got a cute ring, a pole arm, which we don't need, but we can still get it. Sylvanas will want to know about Thessarian's departure from Enderhall. You resolve to return to the Forsaken outside of town. Okay. I really would like to see how the story between Koltira and Thessarian ends, because we will see the outcome for the Horde side in a few moments. And it's kind of open-ended, so without spoiling too much, hopefully in Legion they will take this storyline up again and yeah, give it a nice conclusion or something. But let's see what our Dark Lady has to say to the information regarding Thessarian.
What are we if not slaves
See,
to this
all
torment?
it took was a little help from the Valkyr. These creatures are turning to be much more helpful than I had first thought. These creatures are turning to be... There is an out missing, isn't there? These creatures are turning out to be much more helpful than I had first thought. Now, on to other matters.
We are the Forsaken.
Your performance was
We will
admirable,
slaughter
so you make the
anyone who
Forsaken proud,
stands
which is
in
more than
our
I can
way.
say for General Koltira Deathweaver. I intended to have a word with that Death Knight. He has shamed himself and his cause. Koltira, your queen summons you. Your Highness, I deliver to you Enderhall. Enough of this insolence. Do you think that I'm blind to everything that goes on outside of the Undercity? Your Majesty, we were victorious. No thanks to you, Enderhall should have been ours days ago, when we defeated the Scourge. I know your secret, Koltira. I'm aware of your friendship with the Alliance Death Knight, Thessarian. Your Majesty? Arthur's clearly failed when he created the Death Knights. You are still weak. Fortunately, I have agents that can help you erase this weakness. Beneath the Undercity you go. No! Shh, quiet, Death Knight. When I'm finished with you, your fear will be gone. You can thank me later. Okay.
I have no time for games.
I have nothing against the Knights of the Ebon Blade, but Koltira needs to be reminded who he works for now. His loyalty must lie with the Horde, or more specifically, the Forsaken. I wouldn't plan on seeing Koltira anytime soon. Now that I have him, you can rest assured that any bonds he may have had with that Alliance scum will be thoroughly broken. Okay. Staff of Enderhall. It looks... The dagger looks crappy. Tunic looks crappy. Okay, let's take the shoulder. And be on our merry way. So, yeah, I hope that Blizzard will take up the storyline of Koltira again, because just now he was dragged to the Undercity, where Sylvanas may resort to torturing him and brainwashing him, which is uncool, totally uncool. She, yeah, I would say she forgot her humanity on the way, but being an elf, I don't know how much you can call that humanity. This kind of plays into the story of Sylvanas, where she was tortured by Arthas, and yeah, she only lived for her revenge. So now she has had her revenge, which left her kind of empty, and she tries to fulfill her duty to the Horde. She tries to get her Forsaken running again, because with the Scourge gone, there are no new Forsaken being recruited from the ranks of the Scourge. Right now she just tries to yeah, give her people a kind of way to reproduce, to be useful for the Horde, because of course she already knows what will happen if yeah, if she fails to uphold her end of the bargain, or if she outruns or outlives her usefulness to the new war chief, who at the time was Garrosh. And I think I forgot to take Zenkiki with me. So back to the Mendestead story. Really am. We will discuss the contents of The Last Guardian in the next episode, or we will start to discuss them. Just keep in mind that I may have forgotten already where the story went again. So yeah, we've got 3 minutes left. Don't know if it, yeah, there really is not much sense in trying to tackle the story now. So let's give that to the next episode. So you have something to look forward to the fourth or fifth part of the story of Medivh, where we haven't learned a thing. Isn't that nice? It's like school. You simply don't learn a thing, and hopefully in the next episode I'm not forgetting to take Zenkiki with me. Where I think I just should get him before returning somewhere else.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
So we've got Zenkiki with us, and this time I'm saying TTFN, Tata for now. See you again in the next episode.